Welcome everyone to another video for Midian Gaming and the worst kept secret in Flesh and Blood. That is right, I'm going to announce it today and what is happening. Alright, so let me just go through a few things. I've got it written down because it all is part of everything. And a few people have been waiting for this. Fair bit of contact. I've tried to make this as fair as possible, okay? So let me just go through some numbers here and then let's get into a discussion. You might want to sit down, take some time, or come back to this video when you've got a bit of time. It's not going to be a rushed one, not quick. I want to do this right, okay? Now, Alpha Print Run had 400,000 of rate, yeah? Alpha rate. First edition Arcane also had 400,000 print run. And then from there we had Crucible with a 900,000 print run. The Alpha box, the most recent one that I could find on eBay sold listing, sold for $4,620 US. First edition Arcanes on the 25th of October sold for 5,000 Australian dollars. And Crucible first edition $730 on the 11th of October. That's US, $730. So, where does that leave us? Now, first of all, I'm just going to say that I've put myself in a particular position and, you know, I feel like the little Aussie battler or the battler from the little store that's seen an opportunity and taken it. I'm not your Rudy. I'm not your channel fireball. I wasn't given stuff. I've had to create and make this stuff. And that's why it's so great. So back on the 8th of June, LSS sent out an advice in regards to the Misprint Monarch boxes. And that's what we're dealing with at the moment, the misprints. Now, I was the one that did a live video after finding that I was getting first edition boxes in the unlimited prints. And I was like, oh man, this is awesome. You know, we're getting these high value boxes and you know, it's unlimited time and we're running out of the first ed boxes. So this is fantastic and people still want it. But then on live video, I decided to open one of the first edition boxes and found that there were unlimited packs in there, which caused a massive problem for LSS. They realized that people, unscrupulous people, might go out there and try and sell these unlimited boxes because they had unlimited packs in there with the first ed packaging and try and sell it as a first ed packaging. So there was some advice in regards how they were going to deal with it. Australia was left with advices on how to deal with it, and everything was pulled from the UK and Europe. So as far as I know, there is only this left in Australia. Now, a fair few months have passed. You know, we're in November now. That was the 8th of June. Many of the boxes have been opened, gone. I've been trying to track down what is left. And honestly, I think the number is anywhere in the vicinity of 150 to 160 boxes that are left in that state. Now, if there are more, I encourage all Australian not businesses, brick and mortar stores, please contact me. If you know a brick and mortar that doesn't watch this channel that has these boxes, please have them get in touch with me, because this is not about Midian Gaming taking the reins and going with it and only Midian Gaming, okay? I'm opening up this opportunity to all brick and mortar stores within Australia that have this product. Please get in touch with me and I will help you out with what I'm doing here, because this is going to be a high quality thing. I don't think that by selling it yourself you're going to get the same. And you know what? I'm taking no profit from the brick and mortar stores. You want me to help you, I'm happy to do it free of charge, because this is something that is part of Flesh and Blood history, and I took great lengths to make sure it still exists. A lot of great personal debt to me as I went around looking for the stuff, and I had to pretty much rebuy everything. So if you've seen my photos in the past and you've been following me, you know how much flesh and blood I actually order, and it's a crazy amount. So having to not sell that stock and try and rebuy it again and be going elsewhere and paying top dollar for boxes, I wanted to make this a reality. I felt that destroying all those boxes and this opportunity was wrong. Yeah. And it still needed to be there. This is part of the history. We don't want this to disappear. We want it to exist. So yeah, I got as many as I got together. Look, I honestly think there's only about 150 to 160 of these. And I'm prepared to make it as fair as possible. I could just put it up on the website and watch the money come in from investors and that. Quick buyers buying out the lots. I could approach some of the whales out there and say, look, I've got all these boxes, you can have the market and it costs you this much, do you want it? I didn't want to do that. You know me, I've been in the game for, well, since its inception, just about. I've been doing videos for a very long time, trying to get people involved, even when it wasn't popular. You know my heart's in the game. You know my heart is with all those people out there that wouldn't necessarily otherwise have the option. So what makes Midian Gaming different to every other box that you might see out there? And this is what has taken me all this time to do, okay? So, excuse me while I do this. Right, so I've created Midian Gaming boxes that fit this product. It was made for this product, okay? We've got the Midian Gaming label there, and I've got the Midian symbol on there. These boxes are going to be sealed with security tape. Now, the one thing that was told to me was that I don't want the box marked, and this is why I'm going to these lengths, okay? We're going to put tape across here. Oh, sorry, across here and across here. This is security tape. You try and remove it, it's going to leave a mark. Anything sold without this, you know it's open, you know it's not going to be legit. I'm putting my reputation as Midian Gaming on the line for actually producing this and getting it out there in the public, that, you know, when you get this box with those red tags and they're all going to be numbered and they're all going to be on my system, okay? So, crystal box, unmarked box, there will be the case number and box number from what case this comes from. Normally these boxes are magnets. They fit right on, and I'm that confident of the quality of that. And they've got those nice little rubber feet down the bottom. Pretty thick case, UV resistant, all of that shebang. Yeah, I've gone through it all, and it took me time, took me a fair bit of money and cost. So, case number and box number will be on each one of these. So, no, you can't just buy a case of them. I'm sorry. They're not going to fit in the cases from there. These are made for this. Now, the initial problem with this was that people were going to sell these as first edition boxes. Now, any collector out there, anyone that understands collecting, knows that a print run of 160 in the world for something that normally has a 400,000 print run and up, these are far more valuable than what the Monarch boxes are. In fact, they go up to the level of your first ed and alpha editions just because they are so damn rare in the world, okay? But I'm not going to release the geese or whatever it is. I'm going to release a certain amount of these. Now, I wrote this down somewhere. Let me just get my pad. Serious? It's right here in front of me. All right. The first 4 cases are going to be kept here. All right. I'm just going to keep that. Cases 5 to 7 are going to be held for content providers. Okay. If you are a content provider and you are interested in these, and some have contacted me already, I have some set aside for you. Cases 5, 6, and 7. There's 12 boxes available for content providers. The reason I'm doing this is because content providers put hours of work into making sure that you have some entertainment value or some knowledge or some assistance within the game. Okay, so if you're a content provider, you're signed up, you know, so you've subscribed to Midian, get in contact with me, probably Messenger at this stage, and let's have a chat. I want to see your channel, see how long you've been going and what you've been doing on the channel for Flesh and Blood. Okay, that's one thing that's important. Cases 8 to 11 I am going to release to the public. Okay, that's 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 16 boxes at this stage, and I'm going to do them for the simple price of 1,000. Okay, now whether you book or you think that's a good deal, let me repeat, 400,000 alpha wraith boxes went out. The latest one sold for over 4,500 US. The first edition Arcane, 4,500 in production. The last one sold for 500 Australian dollars. I have no idea what that is in US. Maybe 4,000, 8,000. Who knows? 3,800. I don't know. And Crucible, $730. Remember, by my count, and I know exactly where 140 of them are. Okay, most likely in my possession right now. So I reckon there's only about 150, 160 out there. I'm expecting to update that number. The benefit through Midian Gaming is that I keep it all on the system. I know who has bought what. And as a collector, if you want to on-sell it, the person yourself and the person that bought it will contact me if they want to keep the value within the box, who advise me that it's got a new owner, and I will update that within the system. It can always be tracked by case number and box number. No more do you have to try and figure out a box where you push down on the lid and wreck the plastic. These are top quality, and I've got my name behind it. If Midian Gaming doesn't mean anything to Flesh and Blood, then I don't know what does. Okay, so if you think that you've got one of these boxes and you're going to do this yourself, I doubt it. Yeah, you're asking the person to be pushing down on that plastic really hard to see what the packs inside there are. It's a rubbish system, the way that we had to do that. And I think it's better that it goes on reputation. If you're foolish enough to open one of these boxes, no doubt it loses value. But if I was to count the value, yes, I'm putting them out at $1,000 as this initial run, just as a big thank you to the community for supporting me. Honestly, guys, this is a 2,500 box, anywhere up to $4,000. I'm not shitting you there. I could put them all up for that, and they will sell. Like I said, only 150, 160 max in the world, in Australia. And that's all I got, really. I don't think I've missed anything else. Oh, yes, I have. Postage. Oh, man, I've missed out on quite a bit. How do you buy the things? All right. I'm going to be put down in the details down below that you need to send me an email to go into a raffle, okay? Costs you nothing for this raffle, but this is the way I found that it is most fair to do. Write me an email. The subject must be Monarch misprint entry. That's it, okay? And then in the body of the work, I want certain details. I'll put it all down in the notes below, but you need to have your name, address, name and address for now, and anything else that I think about. Look, when I write it out, I'll put it in there. The postage within Australia, I really don't know, but postage overseas, buyer pays postage and buyer must buy insurance to the value of the box that I sold it to you for. So as an example, and I'm not going to do this for each country and each state and everything, I'm just going to give you an example. I punched it in certain size box for California in the US, and it came up that express was around about $100 and standard postage was about $80 to $90 there. Okay, so it gives you an idea. You're looking at quite an expensive box, getting it for a very good price. I'm going to release, how many did I say? 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 16 boxes out at this stage. Look, I'm expecting to get inundated. If you do send me an email, you don't stuff me around, okay? If you send an email, you are looking to buy the box. for the price that it is here, $1,000 plus postage and insurance. Payment, after I go through the names and do it randomly, so I will do this online and I'm giving it till next week. Let me think, maybe Tuesday next week. So let's do that. The 23rd, I'm going to draw names. You then have 24, maybe 48 hours to get your payment through, most likely via PayPal. If you're in Australia, we can come, you can even come into the store if you want. Yeah, I'll do it randomly, 16 names worldwide, live. You have 24 to 48 hours. If you do not pay within that time, I will give it to another person and you miss out. I'm not going to be mucked around on this because there's more boxes to come and more people waiting. Okay, this is the first one that's going to do it. So I've left you with a few things. If you know a store that has these products, get them to get in touch with me. I'm making no money off it. I want to help the stores out there in Australia really jump onto this and make it something for themselves. I want content providers, if you're interested, message me in Messenger. Yeah, and everyone else, follow the details down on this video in regards to sending me an email if you're wanting one, and be serious about it. I'm not going to muck around with this. If you lose out, you lose out. And anyone that mucks me around, I'll just remember the name and they just won't be a part of anything that Midian Gaming does with that. Yeah, all right. Woo! Butterflies, I'm really excited for this, guys. I love this community. I love the game. And the fact that I made this out of nothing is, I know, I'm just speechless, yeah? Like I said, I'm not Rudy. I'm not Channel Fireball. I don't get given the promos that make the sales or anything like that. I had to create this all myself. Been in lockdown all this time since June, July, August, September, October, November. So 5 months, yeah? 5 months I've been sitting on this stuff. And I'm really hoping to get it out there. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there, a lot of collectors that are going to be very happy to have this in their collection. And it's not just the rich few that are going to grab it all in one go, okay? Everyone, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you're not subscribed to get these boxes, guys, subscribe to the channel. It's a second of your time. It's a lifetime of love for me. And yes, the names that I draw, I am going to be making sure they are subscribed to the channel. Well, I'll be looking out. All right. Have a great one, guys. We'll see you on the next video as I update how things are going with this. All right. See you guys.